Your Caribbean Food Bible starts now. Alright, you lot, stop what you're doing and listen good. My name is Ryan, and today, I'm not mucking about. We're diving headfirst, no messing around, into a world of flavor that'll make your taste buds sing louder than a bloody opera singer. Welcome to our culinary journey through the Caribbean. Forget your bland, boring takeaways, because what we're about to show you is the real deal. Vibrant, explosive, and absolutely unforgettable. This isn't just food, it's an experience, a symphony of spices, textures, and aromas that will transport you straight to those sun-drenched islands. So, get your notepads ready because you're going to want to remember every single bite of this journey. Today we're counting down the top 10 Caribbean dishes you absolutely must try. And when I say I mean it with every fiber of my being. If you haven't tasted these, then frankly you haven't lived a full culinary life. We're talking about dishes steeped in history, bursting with local ingredients, and cooked with a passion that you can taste in every single mouthful. From the fiery, unapologetic kick of authentic jerk, to the comforting, soulful embrace of a rich, slow-cooked stew, these aren't just recipes scribbled on a piece of paper, they're legends, culinary monuments. Each one tells a story, a delicious, mouth-watering story of island life, tradition, and incredible, often underrated, culinary skill. So buckle up. It's going to be a delicious, no-holds-barred ride, and trust me, you won't want to miss a single second of this. Now, I've seen a lot of food in my time, some absolutely brilliant, some complete and utter disasters that should never have left the kitchen. But Caribbean cuisine, when it's done right with fresh ingredients and a bit of heart, it's magnificent. It's bold, it's unapologetic, and it's packed with sunshine and soul. We're going to explore the iconic, the unmissable, the dishes that truly define a whole region's palate. So if you think you know flavor, prepare to have your mind and your taste buds absolutely blown. This isn't some poncy, overcomplicated micro-herbs on everything nonsense. This is honest, hearty, soul-satisfying food that speaks for itself. Are you ready to get started? Good, because your taste buds are about to go on the adventure of a lifetime. Let's get to it, and no messing about. Right, kicking things off at number 10. And it's a dish that demands respect, a true Jamaican superstar, Ackee and Saltfish. Now, if you haven't heard of Ackee, listen up, because this isn't just any old fruit you pick up at the supermarket. This is a unique, almost savory treasure that, when cooked properly, has a texture like perfectly scrambled eggs, but with a delicate, slightly nutty flavor that's all its own. It's the national dish of Jamaica for a bloody good reason, not just some marketing gimmick. You take that beautiful, carefully prepared ackee and you better prepare it right or it's dangerous, you muppets. And you pair it with salted cod, that's your saltfish, which has been painstakingly soaked and flaked. It's a combination that sounds deceptively simple on paper, but the symphony of flavors, when they come together with precision, are absolutely stunning. This isn't just breakfast food, it's a statement, a delicious, edible piece of Jamaican heritage. The key here, and don't you dare forget it, is balance and proper technique. The inherent saltiness of the cod, perfectly rehydrated and flaked, not mashed into some unidentifiable mush, mind you. I want to see distinct flakes. Then the creamy, mild ackee, sautéed gently with finely chopped onions, ripe tomatoes, a cheeky hint of Scotch bonnet peppers for that little kick of excitement, not too much to blow your head off, just enough to wake you up, and a medley of aromatic spices like thyme and black pepper. It's often served with fried dumplings, roasted breadfruit, or boiled green bananas, creating a plate full of sunshine and substance. If this dish, when executed correctly, doesn't transport you straight to a vibrant Kingston morning, with the sounds and smells of the island, then frankly your palate needs a serious wake-up call. It's hearty, it's profoundly flavorful, and it's an absolute non-negotiable must-try. Get it wrong and it's a culinary car crash. Get it right and it's pure poetry on a plate. Coming in hot at number 9, it's a dish that practically screams Caribbean. A global icon that needs no introduction, but I'm going to give it one anyway because it deserves the respect it's earned. Jerk chicken. Now let me be absolutely clear, this isn't your mildly spiced, oven-baked chicken that your nan makes on a Sunday. Oh no. Real, authentic jerk is an explosion. A beautiful, controlled inferno of flavor that grabs you by the taste buds and doesn't let go until you're begging for more. We're talking about chicken, preferably bone-in and skin-on for maximum flavor and moisture, marinated for hours, sometimes even days, in a potent, complex blend of Scotch bonnet peppers, and I mean proper fiery Scotch bonnets, not some weak, insipid imitation allspice, pimento, as the locals call it, the heart and soul of jerk. fresh thyme, cinnamon, nutmeg, scallions, ginger, and a whole host of secret ingredients that make each family's or vendor's jerk recipe unique and fiercely guarded. And the cooking method? Don't even get me started on shortcuts. Traditionally, it's smoked slow and low, painstakingly, over pimento wood, which imparts that unmistakable, deeply aromatic, smoky depth that you just can't replicate in a bloody conventional oven, or God forbid a microwave. The skin should be gloriously crispy, beautifully charred in all the right places, almost lacquered, and the meat underneath, incredibly juicy, fall off the bone tender, and absolutely saturated through and through with that incredible multi-layered marinade. Every single bite is a journey. You get the upfront heat, then the sweetness, the smokiness, the savory notes from the herbs. It's all there, dancing on your tongue. If your lips aren't tingling with a pleasant warmth and you're not instinctively reaching for a cold red stripe, then it's not proper jerk, simple as that. This is more than just grilled chicken, it's a culinary art form, a taste of pure, unadulterated Caribbean fire and soul. Stunning, when done right. Alright, storming in at number 8, we've got something truly comforting, a dish that warms you from the tips of your toes to the cockles of your heart, run down. Now don't let the rather unassuming name fool you into thinking this is some sort of leftover concoction. There's nothing run down or second-rate about the incredible flavor of this magnificent rich fish stew. It's profoundly rich, it's beautifully creamy, and it's absolutely packed to the rafters with the authentic taste of the islands, a true celebration of the sea's bounty. The star of the show is usually a firm, oily fish like mackerel or snapper, sometimes even salted cod, which is simmered gently, patiently, until it's fall-apart tender, practically melting in a luscious, fragrant bath of pure coconut milk. But it's not just plain coconut milk, oh no, it's infused with a symphony of aromatics, pungent garlic, sweet onions, vibrant tomatoes, fresh thyme, and often a delicate touch of that beautiful Scotch bonnet for a gentle, lingering warmth, not a fiery assault. The real magic, the essence of the dish, happens when all those glorious ingredients run down, meaning they cook together slowly, reducing and thickening naturally, allowing the flavors to meld, marry, and intensify into something truly special and harmonious. It's a slow dance of ingredients creating a sauce that's both delicate and robust. It's typically served, and rightly so, with accompaniments that can soak up every last precious drop of that incredible sauce. Think boiled green bananas, firm but yielding dumplings, spinners or flat ones, or a generous helping of fluffy white rice. Trust me on this, you'll want to lick the bowl absolutely clean, no shame in that. This isn't just a stew, it's a hug in a bowl, a culinary embrace. It's the kind of dish that tells a story of resourcefulness, of making the most of beautiful, fresh, local ingredients. Simple, yes, but when executed with care and respect for the ingredients, it's absolutely sublime. A true taste of Caribbean home cooking at its finest. Chapter 4, Number 7, Callaloo, more than just greens, it's a flavor bomb, not slimy cabbage. Next up, marching confidently to number 7, we're going green, but not in a boring rabbit food kind of way with Callaloo. Now some of you unadventurous types out there might think, greens, leafy vegetables? How exciting can that possibly be? Well, let me tell you straight, you're bloody wrong, utterly mistaken, if you dare underestimate the power and flavor packed into this incredible dish. Callaloo isn't just any old leafy green thrown into a pot. It's typically made from the tender young leaves of the amaranth plant, known as callaloo bush, or sometimes taro or dasheen leaves. And it's an absolute powerhouse of both flavor and vital nutrients. Think of it as spinach, but with a distinct Caribbean soul, a vibrant personality all its own, and a much more interesting texture. It's not just boiled to death until it's a sad, soggy, indistinguishable mess like some dreadful school dinner veg. Oh no, this is treated with the utmost respect it deserves. Proper callaloo, the kind that makes you close your eyes in delight, is often simmered slowly and lovingly with a foundation of aromatic diced onions, minced garlic, fresh scallions, fragrant thyme, and sometimes finely chopped okra, which lends its characteristic slipperiness to give the dish a lovely body and unique mouthfeel. And the secret weapon that elevates it from mere greens to something truly special? Rich, creamy coconut milk, of course, which adds a beautiful, velvety smoothness and a hint of subtle sweetness that perfectly balances the natural earthiness of the greens. Depending on the island and the cook, some versions are enriched further with additions like salted cod, smoked turkey neck, tender crab meat, or even pigtail for an extra layer of profound, savory depth. It can be served as a hearty side dish, a nourishing soup, or even take center stage as a main course. It's wonderfully versatile, it's visually vibrant, and it's bloody delicious. Forget your boring, bland side salads. Callaloo is definitive proof that greens can be the undeniable star of the show. Packed with flavor and goodness, it's a Caribbean classic for a very, very good reason. Chapter 5. Number 6. Conch fritters, a Bahamian bite of heaven, crispy, golden perfection. Cracking into the top 6, like a well-aimed hammer on a stubborn shell, we've got a Bahamian delight that's crispy on the outside, wonderfully chewy on the inside, and utterly, dangerously addictive. Conch fritters. Now if you've never had the pleasure of tasting conch, you're seriously missing out on one of the ocean's unique treasures. It's a large sea snail, yes, a gastropod, but don't let that put you off, you picky eaters. When prepared correctly, tenderized and cleaned with precision, it's got a wonderful, slightly resilient, chewy texture, akin to calamari but firmer, and a delicate, clean, sweet flavor of the ocean. For these glorious fritters, the fresh conch meat is painstakingly diced or finely minced, then lovingly incorporated into a beautifully seasoned batter. We're talking finely chopped onions, vibrant bell peppers, green, red, yellow for color and sweetness, perhaps some celery for crunch, a judicious touch of local spices, maybe some fresh thyme, a whisper of lime zest, and a hint of that beautiful Bahamian heat from bird peppers or goat peppers. Then these glorious, flavor-packed morsels, little golden nuggets of joy, are carefully dropped by the spoonful into sizzling hot oil, and fried until they're a perfect, even golden brown, and beautifully, irresistibly crisp on the outside, while staying wonderfully tender, moist, and flavorful on the inside. They're not greasy, not heavy like some lead balloons. When done right, by someone who knows what they're doing, they're surprisingly light, almost airy, and absolutely bursting with that fresh, unmistakable conch taste, served piping hot, straight from the fryer, with a tangy, zesty dipping sauce, often a calypso sauce, a goombay sauce with a mayonnaise base, lime juice, and a touch of ketchup or hot sauce. They are the quintessential seaside snack or the perfect appetizer to kick off a Caribbean feast. One bite of these with the sound of the waves in the background, and you'll be instantly dreaming of those breathtaking turquoise waters and powder-soft sandy beaches. Absolutely sensational, a true, unadulterated taste of the Bahamas. Don't be shy, get stuck in and order a dozen. Chapter 6. Number 5. Curry chicken, a Caribbean curry that packs a proper punch, not that mild muck. Alright, we're officially halfway there, storming into number 5, and it's a dish that's beloved, cherished, and devoured with gusto across the entire Caribbean archipelago, with each island, each family, boasting its own subtle yet fiercely defended delicious twist. Curry chicken. Now let me be absolutely crystal clear from the outset. This isn't your mild, timid, overly creamy, sweet korma that you might find in some high street takeaway. Oh no, not even close. Caribbean curry chicken is vibrant, it's robust, it's aromatic, and it often possesses a beautiful, assertive, fiery kick to it that will wake up every single one of your taste buds. The chicken, usually bone-in and skin-on for maximum flavor and succulence, because flavor lives in the bones, you fools, is meticulously marinated, sometimes overnight, in a potent, fragrant blend of curry powder. And this isn't just any generic curry powder, it's a unique Caribbean blend, mind you, often featuring a foundation of turmeric for that glorious golden hue, toasted cumin, coriander, fenugreek, black pepper, and a generous, crucial dose of allspice and often Scotch bonnet pepper for that signature island heat. It's about building layers of flavor patiently and properly. The chicken pieces are often seared first, browned to a beautiful golden color in hot oil with some aromatics like onion and garlic to seal in all those precious juices and build a flavorful crust. Then it's simmered slowly, gently, in that rich, aromatic golden curry sauce, frequently accompanied by chunks of potato that cook down, absorb all that incredible flavor, and help to naturally thicken the sauce, and sometimes carrots, chickpeas, or even green mango for a tangy note. The sauce itself, when it's done right, is a work of art. Not too thick, not too thin, just clinging beautifully to the tender chicken. Served generously over a bed of fluffy white rice or with warm, flaky roti, bus-up shut or dalpuri, to diligently mop up every last precious bit of that glorious, flavor-packed sauce. It's pure, unadulterated comfort food with a serious attitude. It's hearty, it's incredibly fragrant, and when that complex spice profile hits you just right, it's absolutely exhilarating and deeply satisfying. A true Caribbean staple that you simply must not miss. Beautiful, just beautiful. Moving swiftly on to number 4, and this time we've got a snack that's deceptively simple, dangerously addictive, and utterly, undeniably delicious: plantain chips. Now, for the uninitiated, don't you dare confuse plantains with your everyday sweet dessert bananas that you slice over your cereal. These are their starchier, more robust, and incredibly versatile cousins, and when they're unripe and green, they are absolutely perfect for transforming into these incredibly crispy, satisfying chips. Forget those greasy, overly salted, flavorless potato crisps you get in a crinkly bag from the supermarket, the ones that leave your fingers feeling like an oil slick. These homemade or freshly made plantain chips are on another stratosphere entirely. We're talking about vibrant green plantains peeled and sliced paper thin, then fried to a perfect, even golden brown, resulting in a magnificent, resounding crunch that you can hear from across the room. It's a beautiful sound. The true beauty of properly made plantain chips lies in their glorious simplicity and natural flavor. A light sprinkle of sea salt is often all they need, enhancing their inherent taste. Some might add a whisper of garlic powder or a pinch of chili for a little kick if you're feeling particularly adventurous, but honestly, they shine brightest on their own, unadulterated. They possess a naturally subtle sweetness but are predominantly savory, with a distinct, satisfyingly earthy flavor that's incredibly Moorish. You can't just have one, it's impossible. Whether you're enjoying them as a standalone snack on a sun-drenched beach, as a delightful, crunchy accompaniment to a hearty Caribbean meal like grilled fish or a rich stew, or using them as a vessel for dipping into some fresh guacamole, a zesty mango salsa, or a spicy pepper sauce, they deliver on texture and taste every single time. They're wonderfully cheap to make, they're incredibly cheerful to eat, and they're bloody fantastic. A true, honest taste of the Caribbean that emphatically proves the simplest things in life, and in food, are often the very best. Don't just have one, you'll want the whole bowl. Trust me on that. Alright, we're breaking into the prestigious top 3, the creme de la creme, and holding strong at number 3, it's a dessert that's wonderfully dense, perfectly sweet without being sickly, and utterly profoundly comforting: cassava pone. Now if you're on the hunt for a light, airy, delicate little nothing of a dessert, then you can jog on, because this glorious creation isn't it. Cassava pone, especially popular and cherished in places like Trinidad and Tobago, Guyana and Barbados, is a rich, substantial, and deeply satisfying pudding cake made primarily from freshly grated cassava, that's yuca or manioc for some of you who might be unfamiliar with its various names, which provides its unique texture. It's then enhanced with freshly grated coconut for moisture and flavor, often pumpkin or sweet potato for added depth and natural sweetness, and a beautiful warming blend of aromatic spices like ground cinnamon, freshly grated nutmeg, a hint of ginger, and perhaps some allspice. It's a proper old-fashioned soul-warming treat, the kind your grandmother would make. This isn't baked like a typical fluffy, light-as-air Western-style cake. It's a different beast altogether, more akin to a very dense, moist pudding that holds its shape, with a unique, delightfully chewy, slightly sticky and wonderfully moist texture that is simply irresistible. It's typically sweetened with rich brown sugar which adds a lovely molasses note, and often develops a beautiful, slightly crisp golden brown crust on top during baking, while the inside remains beautifully dense, luscious and almost custardy. It's not overly sweet but perfectly balanced by the natural earthiness of the cassava, and the comforting warmth of the spices, creating a harmonious flavor profile. Served warm from the oven, perhaps with a generous dollop of thick clotted cream, a scoop of good quality vanilla ice cream, or even just on its own, it's a true, unadulterated taste of Caribbean home baking and heartfelt hospitality. This is soul food, pure and simple, no pretensions. A rustic, honest, and incredibly satisfying dessert that will leave you feeling utterly content and wonderfully comforted. Absolutely delicious. Nearing the absolute pinnacle, claiming the prestigious number 2 spot, we have a true Caribbean icon, a culinary masterpiece that's as profoundly rich in flavor as it is deeply steeped in tradition and celebration: black cake. Now, let me set you straight immediately. This isn't your average, often maligned, dry, and uninspiring fruitcake that people re-gift at Christmas, so get that dreadful image right out of your head this instant. This is a masterpiece of patience, alchemy, and intense flavor, especially famous and revered around Christmas time and for significant celebrations like weddings. But honestly, it's far too good, too magnificent to be saved for just one season. The characteristic deep black color, almost ebony, comes from a combination of two key elements: caramelized burnt sugar, browning, which lends a deep molasses-like bitterness and color, and a generous medley of dried fruits, prunes, raisins, currants, sultanas, mixed peel, cherries, that have been painstakingly soaked, macerated in dark rum and sweet cherry brandy for weeks, months, sometimes even a whole year or more. We're talking fruits that are plump, intensely flavorful, and incredibly potent. The cake itself is incredibly dark, almost black as night, wonderfully dense and unbelievably moist, possessing a texture that's almost like a very rich, boozy, fudgy pudding rather than a light cake. The flavor is nothing short of intense, a deep, complex, multi-layered tapestry of sweet, fruity, spicy, think cinnamon, nutmeg, allspice, and decidedly alcoholic notes that linger beautifully on the palate. It's certainly not for the faint-hearted or those who prefer delicate flavors. This is a robust, grown-up cake, absolutely packed with character and history. Every family, every island often has their own closely guarded secret recipe, passed down lovingly through generations, making each black cake unique. It's a true labor of love, a commitment of time and care, and you can taste that profound dedication in every single precious bite. If you ever get the distinct honor and opportunity to try a slice of genuine homemade Caribbean black cake, don't you dare pass it up. It's an experience, a celebration in edible form, and an utterly unforgettable taste of the island's festive spirit. Absolutely magnificent, a triumph. And here we are at the very top, the moment you've all been waiting for, the coveted #1 spot on our delicious countdown. What could it possibly be? After all those complex stews, fiery jerks, and boozy cakes, the champion is something beautifully simple, something wonderfully sweet, something utterly beloved and ubiquitous across the islands: coconut bread. Sometimes affectionately called sweet bread, coconut bake, or even pane cocoa depending on the island, this isn't your savory, crusty loaf you'd use for sandwiches. Oh no, this is a delightful, incredibly moist, and wonderfully fragrant quick bread or cake-like loaf, absolutely packed to the brim with freshly grated, or good quality desiccated coconut, warmed by sweet spices like ground cinnamon and freshly grated nutmeg, and often studded with plump raisins, glaced cherries, or mixed peel for added texture and bursts of fruity sweetness. It's the comforting smell of Caribbean kitchens, the taste of home, warmth, and welcome for so many. It's not overly fussy, not ridiculously complicated to make, but it's bloody perfect in its simplicity and deliciousness. The texture of a well-made coconut bread is simply incredible, a soft, tender, yielding crumb that's never dry, with the delightful, slightly chewy character of the grated coconut running all the way through it, providing little pockets of joy in every bite. It's perfectly sweet, but not cloyingly so, making it wonderfully versatile. Absolutely perfect for a delightful breakfast treat with a strong cup of coffee or bush tea, as a satisfying afternoon snack with a glass of sorrel, or even as a light, comforting dessert. Some traditional recipes include a light drizzle of a simple sugar glaze on top for extra sweetness, and a lovely sheen, while others prefer to keep it beautifully rustic and unadorned, letting the golden brown crust speak for itself. What makes it our undisputed #1? It's wonderfully accessible, it's universally loved by young and old, and it perfectly captures the very essence of Caribbean sweetness, generosity, and warmth in every single delightful bite. It's a shining testament to how simple, honest ingredients, treated with care and a bit of love, can create something truly special and enduring. A stunning, delicious, and well-deserved champion. Well, there you have it, you magnificent food lovers, 10 absolute stunners, 10 culinary champions from the Caribbean that, if you haven't had the pleasure of trying them, you need to sort your life out, get adventurous, and get tasting pronto. From the fiery, passionate embrace of authentic jerk chicken to the sweet, comforting, soul-soothing hug of a freshly baked coconut bread, each and every dish we've explored today is a shining testament to the incredible, diverse flavors and the rich, vibrant culinary heritage of these truly beautiful islands. Thanks for joining us on this delicious journey through the Caribbean. I sincerely hope your taste buds are tingling with anticipation and you're feeling genuinely inspired to explore these incredible, life-changing dishes. for yourselves. This isn't just food we've been talking about, it's a celebration of culture, of history, of passion, and of damn good honest cooking. Honestly, my mouth is still watering just thinking about all that incredible flavor again. The freshness of the ingredients, the boldness of the spice, the sheer unadulterated joy that comes from eating food that has been made with such heart, such soul, such tradition. Remember this and remember it well. The best food in the world is always made with passion and the finest, freshest ingredients you can get your hands on. So, when you try these dishes, or even better, when you try your hand at making them in your own kitchen, put your heart and soul into it. Don't be afraid of a little spice, embrace those bold, beautiful flavors, and you'll be rewarded with something truly special, something that tells a story. This has been Ryan, and it's been an absolute pleasure sharing these culinary gems, these edible treasures with all of you. Food, at its core, is about sharing, about connection, about bringing people together, and Caribbean food does that more beautifully than most. Now don't just sit there daydreaming and drooling all over your screen. If you enjoyed this whirlwind trip through Flavortown, if you learned something, if you're feeling hungry, then do us a massive favor. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more mouth-watering content just like this. We need to know what you think. Let us know in the comments section down below which of these incredible dishes is your absolute favorite, or if there's another Caribbean classic, a hidden gem, that we absolutely feature next time. We genuinely want to hear from you. So, until next time, get in the kitchen, get exploring those amazing flavors, be brave, and most importantly, eat well and be happy. Cheers, you legends!